welcome back to Straight Talk. Once again, President Trump has put the United Nations back in the news. This time, however, instead of ridiculing and threatening to defund this dictators club, he says that they have potential. Of course, this comes after a meeting with the ambassadors from the United Nations Security Council. It seems President Trump wants the United Nations to find a solution to all the world's problems when it comes to Syria and North Korea. He demanded the UN must be ready to enforce new and stronger sanctions if North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un does not cooperate. President Trump said, "This is a real threat to the world, whether we want to talk about it or not. North Korea is a big world problem, and it's a problem that we have to finally solve. People put blindfolds on for decades, and now it's time to solve the problem." It seems he hopes that the UN will employ their power that they currently have, and then some. With all of Trump's campaign promises to reject globalism, his change of tune sure seems like he believes that the UN is a friend to freedom. The only thing President Trump chastised during this meeting was about how much it is costing the United States. To justify the spending, he said, "If we do a great job, I care much less about the budget, because you're talking about peanuts compared to the important work you're doing. You really are. You're talking about the most important things ever, and I must say I'm a budget person. You see the way I'm talking about NATO? The same thing? But if you do a great job at the United Nations, I feel much differently about it, because we're talking about pennies compared to the kind of lives and money that you'll be saving." His proposal from this meeting seems to suggest that if the UN does a good enough job, then his concern with spending will be minimal, to some extent. But how much do we as Americans pay into the United Nations? According to the New American Magazine, UN estimates suggest that American taxpayers pay as much as $10 billion per year to support the UN system and all of its tentacles, including the scandal-plagued peacekeeping forces that have become infamous around the world for raping and sexually exploiting children. That means the United States, which is constantly being demonized and attacked for its freedoms by the Dictators Club, pays more than some 185 other nations combined. If the president is worried about America first, then isn't it time for a full withdrawal from the scandal-plagued globalist body? There's never been a better time to get us out of the United Nations. We can be a sovereign nation again and go in the same direction as the UK did with Brexit. Support a Megxit today by checking out our Get Us Out of the United Nations action page and learn more about HR 193. And check us out on Facebook and Twitter. So until next time, God bless and take care.